The Mexicans like Ambroses and then all that stuff, bro. You know. Well, yeah,
Ambrose?
yeah, Ambroses.
Ambrose.
They're like a Chicago Spanish gang, and then like a bunch of Vice Lords, Spanish gangs. There's a bunch of them out there.
Yeah, I've heard of you know, Latin Kings. I heard of did you say Deuce 5 or 2
Yeah,
5? I heard
Deuces.
of that.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but I never heard some of the other ones. And that's what I was telling, because there's a lot of fun going on in Chicago, you know, with like Peso and that little Vert guy or whatever. Have you tapped into any of that drama?
the Chicago gang.
Yeah, because I was telling them like it's cool that we're getting a lot of talent out there, but there's also a lot of funk, you know. And shout out to Cesar Chavez Day too.
Yeah.
Like, why is there so much funk between our people, basically, in your area? What do you think?
I mean, you talking about like gang banging was or what?
Yeah, gang banging, but also even in the rapping, like we're straight going at each other like that, boom, boom, boom. It's like we don't just. There's a lot of rapping against each other, and we were doing it. Tupac did it. You know what I mean? It's been going on since forever. But why do you think we're going at? Because I don't really see blacks and Mexicans going at. I see the Raza going at Raza now.
Oh yeah, as I was saying, bro. You know, what's it called? So when I showed up at that video, open Oblak, people keep talking about that they're no Sureños in Chicago.
Oh, I'm not a Sureño. I'm a Norteño, just to be official. But I got love for Sureños too.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I'm about Raza now. I mean, I'm still from my neighborhood and everything, bro. But I'm a grown ass man. I'm about making money and also, you know, like I can be from my area, but I can show respect to all of Chicago right now. Like nothing but love to all of Chicago. You feel me? Like, so that's what I tell people. Like, you can be yourself. Fool. You don't gotta change. You don't gotta pretend to not to even be. Like I am a northerner, you know. But that doesn't mean I gotta hate a southerner. You know what I mean? It just doesn't.
Yeah, I feel you. You're out in California, right?
Yeah, I'm from the Bay.
The Bay Area. You know Bella the rapper.
Nah, bro, I'm still like, you know what I mean? I try to tell people because I come from a lot of politics and culture, and I do a lot of shit, you know, like not just music. And so like I'm still learning, because I was kind of like in Hollywood photographer working with like the big celebrities. But I got tired of doing that shit, and I wanted to come and like fuck with my people. You feel me? So that's why I just started this, bro, like 2-3 weeks ago, because I used to be on the regular radio, bro, and I would you know, interview all these stars, fool, and then they would only let me interview one person that's never been interviewed before, and I'd always try to interview someone that hasn't been interviewed, you know, because I would say and I'd pick Raza, and I'd be like, this is gonna be your first interview, not your last, homeboy, and you're gonna get it. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm creating this platform, so I can help youngsters, basically younger homeboys, get, you know, just let everybody meet each other and vibe, and maybe we gotta hate, but maybe we can with each other and make. Because I feel like we can make more money together, fool, than you know, tripping on each other like we're doing.
Yeah, bro. But that's the thing, you know. And especially here, bro, in Chicago, you know, or probably even worldwide too, bro. There's a lot of hate that goes between people, you know. A lot of people don't like seeing somebody being on top of each other. You know, they envy each other. You know, I've witnessed it myself. You know, I've come across some fake friends, and throughout my lifetime, you know, especially this past year, you know, I've noticed like a lot of hate.
Oh, you're gonna find out who's who.
Yeah, you find out who's who. You know, everything reveals at its right time. You know, people reveal their true colors. They expose who they really are. And after that, you grow up. You get that thought in your head. You know the way to act now. You feel me?
Exactly.
But yeah,
you gotta make it though. You feel me? So that's what I'm saying. All these youngsters getting clapped out, bro. That's what I'm trying to tell people. Like, I ain't trying to be the preacher. Just like fucking, we don't gotta compete. We can like eat together, fool. But at the same time, ain't nothing wrong with some friendly competition, right?
Yeah, that's right, bro. But there ain't nothing wrong with competition. But when it comes to homicide, they be taking it to another level, you know?
Well, I mean, Chirac, right? It's still, I mean, I thought that calmed down, but it's just getting worse, huh?
Nah, if anything, bro, it's probably worse back in 2012, 2013. They was telling me if I went up in O-Block, you know, like I did recently at the time, I would have been killed for sure. But I ain't fearing no, you know? Even to this day, people fear that you know? I had hella people telling me that I'm gonna die. I'm not gonna make it out alive. I'm still alive. You feel me?
Yeah, for sure. Well, I want you to stay alive, my boy.
Bro.
I feel like you got a lot of talent, so I feel like it's cool to do that. But then, like, you know, you do what you got to do. You feel me? But I feel like now, in my opinion, you could stand just on your talent. You feel me? Because that like it wouldn't, like, if people are just saying that you're getting for clout, that they can't be true, bro. Because like the food community posted you, and they didn't post you just for clout, because they won't just post for clout and talking. There has to be quality music, you know, más o menos, unless they pay to get on, you know.
Yeah, I'm knowing. Nah, but
how do you feel about the comments on the food community?
On the food community, bro. To be honest, bro, it's whatever, you know. There's haters, bro, everywhere, you know. People, if I was like a big artist, you know, if I were to be like verified, you know, they would have seen me differently. They would have been like, oh, this shit, like, you know, he did some new shit, you know. But as they see me like it's an underground, you know, people hate the most, you know, once you're coming up. That's how it is. And then what was the other question you said?
Oh, just the I don't even remember. But the next thing I was gonna ask you though was what's the next move though? You feel me? What's the move? What's the next move for you? What's your? Because I always have like a kind of like a soft game plan, bro, that I'm trying to do. So, are you still gonna start? You still like to like say if they want to know besides the corrido, what's next? Are you gonna still keep tripping? Are you gonna still do things like that? Are you gonna do any of those challenges? Or are you gonna do some Spanish music? You're gonna kick back? What you gonna do?
I'm gonna hit some Spanish. I'm gonna hit some Spanish. You know, I'm gonna keep hitting that Spanish. I might hit up do another like little party music like that too soon with my boy. You know who I made that one song with. I think his name's Skunk. I don't know if you saw that one. That's my boy though. You know, I've been making music with him. He's like the one to help me out and he rock with it too. You know. But besides that, I got some other thing too. But that's something like I got a big one. I'm not gonna speak of it. It's just gonna happen out of nowhere. Boom, just pop that.
Yeah, so you're still gonna be with the then.
Yeah, just one more time.
So they can expect that at least. They don't know where it's coming from, but they can expect it.
Yeah, just one more thing, bro, and then I'm done. I'm done with the trolling for a minute until I probably come up. But if I come up, then I'm gonna keep at it. You know, whatever gets the audience, more audience to build up. You know, more talk, more rumors about me. You know, the better.
And what do you think about all that, like 6ix9ine and all that? Just whatever.
The what?
Like 6ix9ine in general. What do you think about him?
6ix9ine, bro. I mean, you know, he's known for snitching, bro. But the way I see it is like, I wouldn't do 47 years myself. You know. Especially that was like he explained, you know, the way that he was doing his own homies that they was on there with his baby mama and that his own homies was around with him. But I wouldn't do 47 years either, bro. If I'm being honest.
Yeah. No, I would rather you be honest and pretend. You feel me? I hate when like fools try to be so hard or whatever they think, but they, you know, they calling you the new 6ix9ine.
Yeah.
Well, how I look at that situation is I blame them lame ass gangsters, bro. Like that shit, no disrespect. I mean, actually, I don't really care any disrespect, but the reality is like in the California gangs, or at least my gang out here, like we would never let something like that happen. You know what I mean? So in my opinion, if you let trash into your organization, you're gonna get trash. You know, and so all those fools got what they wanted. In the end, they just wanted the same thing, bro. They wanted that clout, they wanted that fame, they wanted that money. And
yeah.
You know what I mean? And I don't even think they wanted the money, homie. I think they wanted that fame. You
know?
know? And I think they got what they deserved, basically. So I mean, I feel like they all got it.
Yeah, nah, I get you, fam. Nah, but there's a limit to everything, bro. You know, I could have, you know how like all that thing was adding up at once, that going to people's blocks, you know. They was telling me to do it, but I know my limits, you know. I know my limits, and if I know like there's a lot of attention at the time towards me, and I know there's an outcome, you gotta get the bigger picture, you know. You gotta stop yourself sometimes and be like, nah, I gotta give it a minute. Then you can pop out with.
Do you move different now?
Yeah, I move different. Don't get me wrong. But what's it called? But either way, nah, I'll be good regardless. It's just in the stores, bro. I'm straight, you know. I got no worries. But if I go out to Little Village or Chicago, then I'll keep an eye out on myself. You feel me?
Yeah.
But yeah.
For sure. Well, I don't want to keep you too long, boy. So just if you got any shout outs?
You said what?
Say I don't want to keep you too long. So do you have any shout outs?
To be honest, let me think. Yeah, shout out all the people who got love for me, you know. You know, if you got a dream, you gotta pursue it if you wanna make it, you know. And then shout out to my boy Skunk too, you know, he my homie, you know. What's it called? He had it with that music too. He trying to come up, you know, off that whatever he got planned, you know. I hope he does his best at it. You feel me?
That's right. Is there an area in Chicago that you like appreciate the most, or you're from, or you know whatever?
Let me think.
Or like you know, just an area that you got love for.
Up in like all my Mexican homies are from Chicago, you know. I fuck with a lot of rappers out in Chicago, you know.
Hey, can you throw out a couple just so I can get it in my mind, so I can start thinking about who, you know, because I want to start fucking with that Chicago more.
Shout out my boy Gon.SOG, you know, that's his Instagram name. My boy Vito, you know, he out here coming up too, you know. Who else? The Fabi, official Fabi, he out here coming up too, you know. A lot of rappers out here coming up too, bro. Lil Rube, I don't know if you've seen Lil Rube. He came up off a Goofy song, you know. And like, nowadays, like I said, you do something different, you think outside the box, you get noticed. And then shout out my reggaeton artist, you know, my other homie Kamikaze. He out here trying to do his too, you know.
I think you should do more of that fool, because fool, you should just get these high nuts, fool, you know, like I don't know. I feel like that, like, hey, do your thing, you know what I mean? I grew up in the streets, bro. I like it too, you know, because I'm rough around the edges, but I feel like that other energy, you feel me? That because it was like good party, you know, have a good time energy, you feel me? And that shit is kind of good. So I don't know. If I was you, I'm not telling you what to do, but I would at least do that too, though. You know, don't forget to do, because I think it's good, bro.
Yeah, bro. Nah, in reality, bro.
Shout out Lalo.
Yeah, if you look at the views, bro, from like compared to reggaeton to rap, bro, you'll see like the views. You know, reggaeton, bro, it gets billions of views, bro. You know.
Oh yeah, they got more support, homie. They're not hating; they're just trying to have a good time, you know.
Yeah, but that's the thing, bro. It's because that's it doesn't talk about like killing each other. You know, the majority of the world, bro, it doesn't listen to hood music. You know, they don't listen to killing like robbing niggas. You know, the majority of the world likes they like good vibes. You know, so that's why it has a bigger audience.
Yeah. Who's YB? Who's YB?
YB Redemption. Oh, it's a Mexican kid, bro. He like 15. He like 14, 15 kid. You know, he out here. He's like the youngest in the rap game out here in Chicago that I know of. You know. And
Yeah.
he got like 30K followers, bro. You know, you hit him up, he'll probably respond to you too.
Yeah, it's all good. I mean, Kevin the GOAT, Kevon.
Nah, him, I don't know.
Shout out what the hell? Nation.
Oh, EH Nation. That's my YouTube boy. He's like
shout out EH Nation. Shout out Kevon. For sure, man. Well, I appreciate you, man, for stopping by, man. I know you out there moving around, hustling and shit with your girl and shit, but I just wanted to tap in with you real quick and let people, at least people on my end know, that I was feeling your music, bro, and just keep going. You feel me? And if there's anything I can do, of course, I'm here for you. And we got studios out here. I produce and stuff, and I'm a professional photographer and videographer.
I hit you up, bro, whenever I go out to California again.